I'm not certain if I'm supposed to say this publicly, but y'all seem like y'all be a blast to get up with, so we should just do it.
I'll just call Bob Stoops and see if he answers. Oh, yes. Bob.
Where I would have excelled most at tight end was actually if they threw me the ball. Our tight end was you block.
Yeah.
I'm not even chipping, matter of fact, Joe. You know why I'm not chipping? Because they're not sending me out for anything.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's the Kittle Things.
Presented by T-Mobile.
Hey guys, it's George.
And Claire.
And this week on The Kittle Things, we've got a fellow Bay Area athlete on the show.
Draymond Green.
Whoo, that is right. We talk about what it's like representing the Bay and dive into our shared love of college football.
Did you know Draymond once played tight end like our beloved George?
Well, we'll get into that. But first, a message from our amazing sponsor.
T-Mobile is the best network in the game, and now the best network in America. It's coverage that keeps up wherever your route takes you.
Ask any college coach, you want to win the championship, you need good coverage and a great plan. T-Mobile has both.
Now let's talk football.
All right, guys, we're going to jump right back in to another round of Today in Kittle history, which is when we kind of look back at a photo that the crew provides for us. It could be anywhere from our relationship over the course of the last 10 plus years. And we kind of reminisce over the good times that we've had. And we kind of talk about those memories.
Yeah, so let's see what you got for us.
Oh,
that was the Niners Christmas party.
2022 Niners Christmas party.
Yeah, was it 2022?
That was 2022.
At the stadium.
At the stadium. We have our tight end room right there. On the far right, you have Charlie Warner and his wife, Sydney. Then we have my tight ends coach, Brian Fleury and Natasha. Then Ross Dwelly and his wife, Danielle. Then there's Claire. You look beautiful, Claire.
Thanks.
There's me in a suit with a t-shirt on and my Grinch sneakers. And then Tyler Croft was a tight end with us that year, and our assistant coach, Deuce Schwartz, on the far end. What a great group. It's fun. We have a wonderful owner in Jed York, and every single year he throws a huge Christmas party in the press box, which is always really fun. It's like the whole length of the press box. It's like one giant ballroom.
It's all 49er staff, anybody who works in the stadium too.
Yeah, so it's all staff. It's for everybody. Everybody that works there,
Yeah.
From top to bottom, is invited with their families. There's Santa Claus. There's kids' playrooms.
Sleighs, reindeer. Yeah.
Sleighs, reindeer.
Henry's in that photo too.
Little Henry's on
He's
Charlie's
on
shoulder.
You didn't
I
see
know.
him. He's huge now.
He's a thick boy. Yeah, that he's sturdy. Yeah, it's awesome. Jed puts it on every year for everybody, and it's always a good time. I think that was the year we went to the NFC Championship game, so we had a lot of fun that year. Definitely. I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna lie, that is also, that's the same year as our infamous Halloween party where Brock Purdy stole the show with his karaoke skills. He sang like 15 songs over the course of one night, dressed as Thing 1 and Thing 2 with a blue wig. Fantastic. Absolute cinema for everybody that was there.
This guy's memory for all the years is great.
Today on the show, we have a wonderful guest, kind of a Bay Area legend, some would say, still legending.
Legending.
He's only a 4-time NBA World Champion, a 4-time NBA All-Star, multiple defensive teams, 9 of them, some would say, and trickily led the NBA in steals in 2016, 2017 that maybe not that many people know about, but I do.
I like that one.
That one's fantastic. One of the best defenders, the voice of the Golden State Warriors, and also my favorite accolade, the 2-time Olympic gold medal champion for the United States of America. That's my personal favorite. But welcome, Draymond Green.
Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you. I appreciate you both for having me on. As I said before we got rolling, I'm lucky to be on the show. I know Claire makes this whole thing go, so I get to sit in her presence with you, G, for a minute. I'm honored, so thank you all for having me.
You're just a smart man. Well, thank you for joining us.
He's just a smart man. Honestly, off the rip, while we both play in the Bay Area, you guys are actually in San Francisco. We're in Santa Clara, so we're not that close to each other, but we've definitely seen you guys play several times. And me and Claire were talking about it, like, when was the first time we met? Baseball game, yeah?
The Giants baseball game?
At the Giants baseball game, yes.
Dodgers-Giants baseball.
Absolutely.
We came into your suite. That was fantastic.
Yep.
Thoroughly enjoyed. It was you, Steph, and your head coach, right?
Yep. Steve's a big Dodger fan. So he's
Oh.
like this part of the story he really don't tell is he's at the game really supporting the Dodgers.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Steph and I, like yourselves, are at the game supporting the Bay Area's team, the Giants, right? Steve's there secretly supporting the Dodgers. I didn't say that. Don't tell anyone I said that.
No,
But that's
that
why
is.
Steve is
Hey,
there.
we won't. We would never repeat that. Never.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I remember we came into that suite hot. George
Hot.
and I were having quite a fun afternoon, evening, if you do recall.
We had a good time.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
then we were just hyped to meet you guys. And I remember I kept telling you that you were such a great person. I don't know if you remember that or
I
not.
do remember that. We might have had a drink or two, but it was a good time. But I appreciate that. You know, Claire, I catch a bad rap around these streets. So anytime I can get someone to say I'm a great person,
You are a
I
great
actually
person.
believe I am a great person. So when I can get someone to say that, it really means a lot to me. I appreciate that.
Maybe I felt that
Yeah.
all those years ago.
As it should be.
Draymond, what year are you in the NBA now?
This is my 14th year in the NBA.
14th year.
He's just one behind. He's one ahead of Juice.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
It's
Doesn't it
crazy.
just go so fast?
It flies by. I still remember like my first day and trying to make a name for myself. You know, I remember our very first open gym of me playing here like it was yesterday. You know, and it like you look up and everybody tell you, right? Everybody say, hey man, enjoy it because you look up and it's gone. And you're like, oh yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
you owe the like I don't like Sean Livingston.
Yeah.
Sean Livingston every day used to be like, he used to get in the hot tub every single day. And I walk past him like, oh, you're old in the hot tub again. Oh, man, he's so old. And he'd be like, yeah, you're going to be here in a minute. I'm like, I ain't never going to be in the hot tub. You old. And I would just walk past and pick with him every day. And you know, for the last 3 years, who's in the hot tub every single day?
You.
Way longer than Sean Livingston was in the hot tub.
Dude. So I was on your podcast, and your co-host asked me to ask you a question of, what are your top 5 Bay Area athletes all time?
Oh, top 5 Bay. Oh, that's Steph Curry.
So is it harder to do all time, or like since you
Or like top 3.
or you can do top
We don't
3?
have
That's
to have
fine.
like rules here.
Yeah,
Let's
you can do current or all time. Your call. But yeah, Steph's on that list.
Not
regardless.
including George or you.
Thanks, sweetie.
You have to say that so it's not awkward.
Okay, respect. I'll go top 5, and I'll go all time. Ooh. Steph Curry's number 1.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I believe. I'm sorry to anyone who feels slighted, but Steph Curry's number 1.
He's pretty amazing.
I'm going to go Joe Montana, number 2.
Great.
Great
I
answer.
think just what Joe did. I'm going to go Jerry Rice, number 3.
Very fair.
There you go.
Smart pick.
You know, these guys are absolute legends. Number 4 would be Chris Mullin.
Oh.
Got to
Look
go
at
with
you.
Mully. And then I would say my 5th, I'm going to go Marshawn Lynch.
Oh.
Obviously had a great, incredible career. Pete Carroll gave him the ball. He has 2 Super Bowl rings, but that's neither here nor there. And I'm pretty certain you're probably happy Pete Carroll didn't give him the ball, be that they are division rivals. So we'll leave
Not
that
wrong.
where it's at. But I just think for what he stands for, you know, he embodies what it means to be from Oakland. So I'm going to go Marshawn Lynch just for what he means to the town.
You're just missing Barry Bonds because he was pretty good.
True.
If you want to get hyped up for a basketball game, just turn on Barry Bonds highlights. Oh my gosh, it's the blood
crazy.
going. It's just yeet. It's just 400 feet every time.
You're right. And I also believe that Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. So I
He
actually
has
feel
to be.
ridiculous not naming Barry. And that's the problem with this list. And I forgot Ricky Henderson. And like the list goes, you know.
See, but
That's
Draymond,
okay.
Draymond,
There's no wrong answers.
that's what's hard with the all-time list. It's like, yeah, I can make a Bay Area list, but I've lived here for 9 years. Like, I don't know all-time.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Like, I just,
That's a fact.
I like them, but like, I could do like more of a current day maybe, but like, I'm going to leave off the guys that were amazing in the 70s and 80s unless I knew that it was Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana. Like, besides that, it's kind of hard. Ronnie Lott, pretty awesome too.
Ronnie Lott, absolutely.
You are a football fan. Did you ever play football growing up? And if so, what position, or what position would you want to play?
So, interestingly enough, growing up, I played quarterback.
Oh.
Okay.
Up through 5th grade, I played quarterback. And then, you get to middle school, and not just like the kids from my neighborhood is at this middle school. There's now kids from other neighborhoods at this middle school as well. And I was no longer, I still believe I was the better quarterback, but there was a quarterback that we had that scrambled much better than me. I'm more of a pocket guy. I'm not moving around much. I'm not. And unfortunately, that was during the time that Michael Vick was running around everybody.
That's
and
tough
so
for you.
this guy who's on our team who scrambles more, but don't quite throw the ball much, but he scrambles more, he gets number 7. And so everybody's enamored, like, oh man, this guy got 7 like Vic.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and so he becomes the quarterback. So then I moved to defensive end, and I moved to tight end.
Okay.
However, where I would have excelled most at tight end was actually if they threw me the ball. Our tight end was you block. I was a glorified right tackle. Sometimes I was a glorified left tackle. You flank me, I'm right. I'm chipping. I'm blocked. I'm not even chipping. Matter of fact, Joe. You know why I'm not chipping? Because they're not sending me out for anything. So I'm just I'm a part of the offensive line.
Yes.
I'm blocking. So tight end, you got no love. And at DN, they taught me, hey, nothing gets around the edge. Everything you must force back to the inside. So I was not a great DN by any stretch of the imagination, but I did get a few sacks. But nothing gets around the edge. That's my only rule I'm going. Everything's going back inside. That's how I play.
Look at you, however many years later, remembering that coaching point.
Yeah.
Coachable. Isn't that crazy how some of that stuff sticks with you?
It sticks. Like nothing should get
Why?
around. So when I'm watching the game today, I'm like, yo, he just let the guy get around the edge. He should never get around the edge.
What's he doing?
Still true.
Stop
Still
it.
true.
He let that around the edge. You can't get beat to the edge. I'm
That's
losing
funny.
my mind on the DNs that let it get around the edge.
Every year, I tell myself I'm going to get ahead on my holiday shopping.
And every year I watch you pull an all-nighter wrapping gifts on Christmas Eve.
Well, I like to keep it exciting, but this year I've got peace of mind with Amazon Prime.
Whatever you need for the holidays, it's on Prime. Prime's fast free shipping and exclusive savings make it the go-to choice for holiday shoppers.
Exactly. It's the essential membership that keeps you ready right up to the last minute.
Because the holidays don't always go as planned, but with Prime, you can still make the most of every celebration.
With Prime's fast shipping, you can shop confidently this season. Shop Amazon Prime for all your last-minute gifts at amazon.com/prime. Claire, do you have any of favorite outfits that you wear for the holidays?
I just love all of my Christmas pajamas.
You do have a lot of
Because
Christmas
I
pajamas.
just wear pajamas come 4 p.m. at night.
Yeah, that you do. You do love the pajamas. I have a bunch of great sweaters that I've collected throughout the
you
years
do.
that I like to wear throughout the holiday season. Sometimes I wear them too many days in a row, but I have enough so I can switch them out every once in a while.
You do have good sweaters.
So you've had your podcast for a while now, and you've also kind of been one of the loudest voices in the NBA for several years, some would say. I think that's a compliment.
I 100% take it that way.
This is our first season hosting a podcast. Do you have any tips for us or things that you would suggest to us that would help make our podcasting, go smoother?
Well, I'm enjoying it, and being a guest on your podcast, it's incredible. I think the one thing I would tell you is really lean into Claire. She lightens the mood. She's going to bring out different answers than you'll bring out, and so I would say really lean into her. One thing J.J. Redick taught me when I first started the podcast was you have to be consistent on when you're releasing it. Because he said when you lose your audience, he said people subscribe to your podcast and they're looking for that podcast on their Tuesday drive to work. They're looking for that podcast on their Tuesday ride home from work. They have a Wednesday podcast. They have a Monday show, right? So give your listeners your podcast when they're supposed to receive it, because that's when you'll get you most listeners and you get your loyal subscribers to stay around. And then most importantly, like, have fun with it. The thing that I love most about a podcast, and the reason I really got into it, is like your answers can be as long as they want. Like it's your show, and there's not like some interview that's like, oh man, we got 30 seconds to fit this into this into this window on TV, so try to cut. Like, no, you can give a thought out answer that may go on for 2 hours and 2 minutes, not 2 hours, 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and it's thorough. And that's the beauty in a podcast, right? Like the thoroughness of it. So I would say lean into that. Like time is your friend on the podcast.
Love that.
What I learned fast and was a rookie mistake is like, I just thought, oh, I know basketball. I could go on this podcast and just talk basketball and not be prepared. I'm just talking basketball. And I quickly realized that, oh, you look like a idiot. You should probably prepare yourself and know exactly what you're talking about. And so I learned that I had to prepare myself for the podcast just like I have to prepare myself for a game.
Literally, yeah. No, going to the podcast ice cold, not knowing anything, super tough. Like you can get away with it for a little bit, but like when you're talking about different topics and stuff, that could get tough with some people that like you might not know that well. So that's great advice.
Yeah.
Holidays mean holiday parties.
Which I love, but when you get the boys together,
Yeah, sometimes it stinks.
it's no biggie. I just always spray Lysol air sanitizer when they leave. The light breeze scent is my favorite.
Great party hack. You really are the hostess with the mostest.
Thanks, babe. Lysol air sanitizer tackles 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria in the air, and there are a bunch of different scents to try. Use Lysol air sanitizer to share the love, not the stink.
For example, I love holiday parties, but I hate the after-party smells. Fun fact, we're all sitting in our Christmas room at our house that Claire decorates every Halloween and Christmas, and it really looks like the North Pole in here. And whenever Claire has friends or I have friends coming to town, they spend the entire night in here singing karaoke, hanging out, and listening to music. It's a pretty fun time.
Yeah, this room doesn't necessarily smell then. It's just filled with joy and laughter.
We're going to be talking college football a little bit because, Draymond was like one of the best college football tight ends to ever step foot on the spring football field for Michigan State. I did decent for myself at Iowa, and Claire has gone to many of games.
I'm just a fan.
And just a huge fan, but she has the mindset to play defensive end and linebacker. I'll tell you that much.
Claire, I would love to actually one day just sit and pick your football brain, because I bet you know way more than most people when it comes to football. You give that energy though, so I love it. It's great.
It's actually incredible, dude. Like, I play football, so I don't know how you are, but like, I don't how much NBA you watch, but like, I don't watch a lot of NFL or college. Like, I just don't, because I'm in it every single day. But every Saturday and every Sunday, Claire is watching football from start to finish. Like, there is football on, and she's on the couch watching it. Yeah. And like, she'll just yell at me like, "Hey, come watch this. Like, it's 4th and goal. It's for the win." I'm like, "Oh, I'd love to come watch it."
Or so-and-so just did something. I just love watching it.
She loves football. So
I grew up watching it.
I really appreciate that from her, because it forces me to watch it too. Because I mean, I do enjoy watching college football sometimes. It's a completely different game than the NFL somehow. It's just so much different. But you know what? I always say that one of my favorite things about college football right now is, like, I'm such a fan of Indiana. Like, how
crazy.
Like, how fun is that to see?
Listen,
like, so cool.
Like, to beat Ohio State, like, that's such a big deal. But I was just saying in the locker room, because we got Trace Jackson Davis on our team who played at IU, and I was just saying, like, man, it must be an incredible time to be an IU fan, because I want to be a fan of the team that the coach goes, I win. Look me up. Google me.
Google me.
Up. I win. Like,
what a line.
And then to say that beforehand, and then go actually beat Ohio State, but then it doesn't stop there. Then they keep showing you on the sideline, and he's just like,
angry.
Everybody's celebrating around him.
Just straight face.
I win.
I love it.
That guy. He's a don, man. So you got to root for IU right now, because Cignetti's a don.
Yep.
Yeah, they said that Indiana hasn't beaten Ohio State since like 1967 or 70 something.
Yeah, it was a
like
wild
something
day.
crazy.
It's been over 40 years.
That's insane.
So good for them.
Because his first year at Indiana, they won 10 straight, and then they lost to Ohio State at Ohio State, I think. Yeah. But they still, They went to a good bowl game, or did they make the playoffs last year? I don't know. They might have.
I think last year they did make the playoff.
Yeah, I think they lost. But then this year, now they're the number 1 seed, Big Ten champs. They knocked off Ohio State, who, I mean, Ohio State's always amazing. They have been since Ryan Day picked up. Like they've been fantastic. So just to see that for those guys is just, it just makes me so happy. This like how fast the landscape can change because I grew up watching. It was Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas. Like that's all I grew up like. Florida. Like that's all I saw. And now it's like Vanderbilt 10 wins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, are you kidding me? Like, how sick is that?
You got James Madison. They're they're
So
in.
sick.
Like that's
Yeah,
incredible.
it's great for football to see all these different colleges that like you wouldn't have picked at the start of the season.
Exactly.
That's what's so cool. So earlier in our season, we had on Big Cat, from Pardon My Take and Barstool, and he's been quoted multiple times talking about how he would give as much money as he possibly could to get like a 5-star quarterback to come to Wisconsin. And so my question to you is, like, have you ever considered like doing stuff with Michigan State? Have you done stuff with Michigan State? Specifically, I mean, football or basketball, because I guess NIL is basketball now too. And what are your overall thoughts on NIL? Because I know that's an open question. You can take it however you want, but I feel like you're the perfect person to ask.
We're all college athletes.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see what you have to say about NIL because it's just such a landscape right now.
Yes, it is. When I signed I've never given to NIL. When I signed my first big contract, I donated $3.1 million to Michigan State. We didn't have a weight room in the Breslin Center. We had like this little room that's smaller than the room I'm sitting in right now, probably half the size of this. And we had some weights in there, but when we needed to lift, like do real lifts, we had to go to the football building. And I thought that was ridiculous. Like to have a basketball program to the magnitude of Michigan State, and we got to go to the football building to live.
Yeah, totally.
It's wild.
It's pretty ridiculous. So now at our practice facility right off the court, there's a large glass window, and it's a huge weight room. It's the Draymond Green Strength and Conditioning Facility.
That's sick.
And that, to me, ironically, I was like the fat, pudgy guy coming into college, and like the weight room's named after me. Like I threw up on my first warm-up set of bench press, which was 135 pounds. I got up from the warm-up set and threw up for the next 20 minutes. That's how bad a shape I was, and yet the strength and conditioning facility is named after me. Whatever.
Full circle.
But what I do for NIL is I give my time. I give my time to help recruits. I give my time to help donors. But as far as giving, I'm just not in a space that I can give money to NIL. However, I'm very appreciative of those that do give money to NIL because I think it's a much needed thing. I think, for years, all three of us, competed on a high collegiate level and made nothing, And by the way, I was on a full ride scholarship. I still left college in debt. So I can only imagine the students that aren't on a full ride scholarship. I learned about college debt, and Claire, you'll appreciate this. So when I started dating my wife, I was asking her get you a nice gift. Like, what's a gift that a nice gift that you think you would want? Like a nicer gift. And this was a time, like we have been dating for quite a while now. We lived together, we already had a kid. And she's like, you can pay my student loans. I'm like, pay your student loans? All right, cool, like no problem. How much are they? $102,000, but I already paid off $60,000. I'm like, huh? It's what?
It's crazy.
And she was like, so you can put some money towards the student loan. I'm like, because when I left, I had like parking ticket debt. I had,
You were one of those guys? You were the parking ticket guy?
So if I could get the money back I made in parking tickets in college, I actually probably was doing okay financially, but I gave it all the parking tickets. So I had parking ticket debt, which had to be paid off in order for me to get my diploma.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
I had a couple books that I never returned on the book loan program that I had to pay in order to get my diploma. And then I also had a MSU FCU, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union credit card that I had maxed out, that I had no money to pay for. So I had to get rid of those things. But how I learned about like actual student loan debt was from my wife. And so I said all of that to say, so when you start speaking NIL, I think it's long overdue. I think it's absolutely needed.
I am agree. Like the players they deserve to make some money. And that just is what it is. Like they deserve it because there's just so much money, especially when coaches are making 10 plus million a year. Like players deserve to make something, especially, I mean, at least at the minimum off their name for jersey sales. Because, you know, it's the season of college football and we have the college football playoffs coming up. We wanted to do a little bracket, see how close we can get to picking this correctly. So it'll be me and Claire versus you.
Claire, I hate to do this to you. George, I don't feel bad about doing this to George, but you're going to have to take an L today, Claire.
That's fine.
Sorry, I hate to do this to you.
That's totally
I get
fine.
in trouble by my wife later, but
You're all
it's
right.
gotta happen.
I'm excited about
Friendly
this.
competition.
All right. So, Draymond, you can go first. What do you got in the first round?
First round, I got Oregon beating JMU.
Yep.
I have Bama beating Oklahoma. I have Ole Miss beating Tulane. And I have Texas A&M beating the U.
All right. So then
Then
second
we got
round.
Oregon, Texas Tech.
Again, I'm going to roll with Oregon. I think Oregon's had a great year. I really like their coach. I think, you know, they take on his demeanor.
They do.
And so I like Dan Lanning doing it here and moving on.
I like it. All right. You got Alabama, Indiana.
So this is where it gets tricky because I feel like Alabama normally, like Michigan State played Alabama one time I was in school, man. We were really good, and we lost 63-7.
Yep.
It was very impressive. I was like, whoa.
Crazy.
Okay, this is like a different level. That's usually the case, but to our earlier conversation about NIL, all of that stuff has changed. And one thing I will say, I've actually over time rooted for Alabama. Nick Saban, you know, coming from Michigan State, you know, I've watched. They have Mark Ingram, who grew up in Flint, Michigan. We graduated high school the same year, so I've historically like rooted for Alabama to win. But what I will say is, Kalen DeBoer's Alabama Crimson Tide is not Nick Saban's Alabama Crimson Tide.
It's different.
And I am going to roll with Cignetti right here.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm with you on that one for sure.
Yep.
Okay. You got Ole Miss or Georgia?
Georgia, Kirby. Lane Kiffin's out. Georgia for sure.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm with you on that. Texas A&M or Ohio State?
I am rolling with Ohio State. I think they let one get away. They're going to be pissed off that they let one get away, very similar to last year when they let one get away to University of Michigan. I am rolling with Ohio State. I know they'll bounce back. I think Ohio State moves on.
All right, Oregon or Indiana?
I'm going to go with Indiana. Big Ten, good Big Ten matchup. By the way, you can speak to this. How weird is it, man? Oregon's Big Ten school? Like,
I know.
It's
Doesn't feel right. Can you imagine flying and traveling in college across the entire U.S.?
To Oregon,
Can
to
you
Los
imagine?
Angeles, like,
Well, dude,
it's unbelievable.
Like, that would've
like
been
Iowa.
hell.
Iowa can go from playing at Rutgers to then playing at USC the next week.
It's unbelievable.
I don't wish that flight
Like,
on anybody.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, like we do that, but like we don't also have to like study for a
Exactly.
class.
Miss 4 or 5 days of class.
Exactly.
Yeah, like what? It's crazy. All right, Georgia or the Ohio State? That's gonna be an insane game.
Yeah, that will be.
That's an insane game. Ohio State is the one school in the Big Ten that year in, year out, like, we'll have our year. Iowa will have their year. Wisconsin will have their year. Scum will have their year. But consistently, Ohio State can compete with the SEC schools.
Every
and so
year.
I'm taking Ohio State right here. With a rematch.
That would be insane. I hope that happens.
I could text Bob Stoops to see what he thinks.
That would be interesting.
I'll just call him and see if he answers. I don't even know where he's living right now.
That man's all over the place.
Oh, yes. Bob. Bob, you absolute legend. All right. I'm hosting a podcast with Claire right now.
What's up, Bob?
And it's our guest tonight is Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors.
I know who he is.
Yep. And we just went through the college football pick'em. And in the championship game, he has Indiana versus Ohio State. Rematch. Here's Draymond. You can say hi to him.
How you doing, Bob? Good to see you, Coach.
He says that's
sir.
true. All right.
Thank you. Likewise.
All right, Bob. Who do you think is going to win between Ohio State and Indiana if that's the matchup?
Well, I got to tell you, the last one didn't surprise me.
Ooh.
Wow.
Indiana's for real, obviously.
That they are.
If they go at it again, I'm taking Indiana.
Ooh.
Okay.
I love it. I absolutely love it, Bob. You're a legend. I appreciate you answering.
All right, well, I forget. Where'd he go to college?
Michigan State.
Oh,
Big Ten boy.
I like their new coach.
I appreciate that. I hope he brings us some wins because it's been rough.
Mark D'Antonio, the longtime coach that's in the Hall of Fame, is a very good friend of mine.
See.
Oh, he's the best. I love Coach D.
Dude, Bob, you know everybody. I appreciate you, Bob. You're a legend.
All right, bro. You and Claire have fun.
All right, see you, Bob.
See you, bro.
He's the
The
man.
best.
That's dope. That's
Dude,
dope.
I love
He
Bob
moved
Stoops.
into his Christmas tree room
Yeah,
to get on the FaceTime.
He stood up and stood in front of his Christmas
I
tree.
saw
What a
him
man.
with him right behind
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I love it. All right, Draymond. Does Indiana do it?
Rematch.
I think Ohio State get the rematch. Ohio State.
That would be even crazier.
They had 3 trips to the red zone, and Ohio State does not struggle in the red zone.
No.
3 trips to the red zone, you come up empty a couple times, you don't get touchdowns.
Yeah.
Ohio State's going to be pissed off, and I think they win the rematch.
That's impressive. All right. So, do you want Oklahoma or Alabama, Claire? And I will say this, Oklahoma's beaten Alabama each of the last 2 years.
Yes, they have.
And it's in Norman, which that's where I graduated high school from. So I
We'll
went
have to pick Oklahoma then on that.
All right,
on
so
that note.
we'll go the exact same as you, except I'm going to pick Oklahoma over Alabama.
Okay. I like that.
It.
I
Yeah,
like that.
Coach Venable down there in Norman, he's got those boys fired up, ready to play. They're one of the last teams that does all hurry up every play. That's got to be so annoying to go against as a defense.
Yeah. You two have to hurry up.
I mean, yeah, you don't get a break.
No, it's so
constant.
annoying. And they've
you
been
better
doing
have
that.
a hell of a defensive line rotation going against a hurry-up offense.
And they've been doing that. They've been doing that since Bob Stoops. They've been doing that for a long time. That's just Oklahoma saying they're just hurry up, get everybody on their toes.
Georgia's dad coached offensive line at Oklahoma
For a couple of years with
with Bob Stoops.
My dad and Bob Stoops played together at Iowa, so I've been an Oklahoma
Yeah.
fan for a long time. So I got to pick Oklahoma. I think I'm with you on all those.
Yep.
The Texas Tech game, I'm not sure about because those guys have put up 40 points a game, and their defense has been pretty solid the entire season.
Yes.
But you can pick, Claire, Oregon or Texas Tech. Your call.
Well, let's do Texas Tech to just be different.
I like it. Let's just be different.
And then Indiana over Oklahoma.
Indiana for sure.
Yeah.
I love Indiana. I hope Indiana wins the whole thing. That'd be so awesome for football.
That would be crazy. It would be amazing.
It'd be so good.
But I kind of feel like we picked Georgia.
You want to pick Georgia? I'll pick Georgia. Go Dogs.
I ain't mad at that
They're
pick.
flying around.
I have a whole bunch of teammates who are Georgia Bulldog fans, and I'll tell you this: guys from Georgia love Georgia.
For sure.
Like I still follow the Hawks and I support them, right? But all my buddies that I know who came from Georgia, they are diehard.
Working on Saturday.
They wear their Georgia gear every day, all week long. Their Georgia hat, the Georgia backpack. Every Saturday they're dialed in. It's just a different thing over there. So I'll go with Georgia. Me, Claire will. Okay, then what do you think, Claire? Indiana or Georgia?
Indiana or Georgia. I mean, I want it to be Indiana.
Okay.
I don't know. Do we have the newcomers win, or do we go with the old dogs who've been there for a while?
I personally think Georgia has the easiest road up until Ohio State
Yes, they do.
because they get Ole Miss or Tulane. Ole Miss doesn't have half their coaching staff, misses their head coach. And hey, I hope they prove everybody wrong. That'd be pretty awesome. But I'm okay to go with Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
we'll go Georgia. My buddies
I
will
ain't mad at that.
my buddies will be pumped for me.
We'll
about
see what
that one.
happens here then.
We'll see what happens there. I want to talk to you about water because as athletes, we're always very aware of the things that we put into our body 24/7, right? When you're 21, 22, you're kind of just eating whatever's in front of you and whatever tastes good. But the older you get, the more aware you are of it. And so water for us in the 49ers for the last, I don't know, since I've really like 6 or 7 years, we got big into it. Like we have these filter systems that are beautiful. And we have a whole trunk full of water just for the hotel and road trips, which
Wow.
is, and then they stock them in every hotel. You're also stocking for 160 people on every flight. So
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy. So like, you mean like 69 players, 70 with some IR guys, and plus, the 80 staff. So what I want to ask you is like, what water are you into right now? Because I saw you drinking a green bottle, so I think I know exactly what that is. And now I'm going to share you a new water that I found literally this past weekend. That
He's been obsessed
I'm
for
obsessed with. That
1 week.
Because like I said it earlier, the Niners, like there's a lot of like me, Bosa, McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk. We're kind of water snobs.
I love that. that. I'm a bit of a water snob myself. So, number one, Niners sound like an incredible organization because
They take good care of us.
yeah, you hear about a lot of these organizations and water can be a thing. Like
Dude, it's a thing.
Yes, like
It's a thing.
The type of water they bring in is a real thing. So, first, want to give a shout out to the San Francisco 49ers. I, like yourself, has been with one organization in the Bay Area, and they too are an incredible organization. So any type of water that we want in the facility, they're going to make it happen. And for a long time, it was Eternal. And there's still some Eternal in there. But when Chris Paul came to the team, he was like, man, I drink a certain type of water. And I'm like, great, because I drink a certain type of water as well. So it's good to hear that I'm not the only one that really cares about the water. Like, I don't stick out like a sore thumb, if you will. And so what Chris brought to the team was, he was like, man, I love the Mountain Valley water in the green bottle, glass
Great
bottle. Like, I love that water. And
Plastic.
when I started trying this water, I was like, oh my God. So immediately I took it home, and we go home, and for a while it was Eternal and Mountain Valley in the refrigerator. And then you start to see the Eternal go away, and it died off. And now it's just Mountain Valley in our fridge, but definitely a water snob. Stick with the Mountain Valley. I wish they'll bring me a deal. The bottle's green. It makes sense, Draymond Green.
Yeah,
Like,
there
they
you
should-
go.
They should bring me a
Let's
deal here,
go.
but this is my water. I absolutely love Mountain Valley water.
See, that's awesome. We had I don't know if you remember, we had a defensive end named D Ford. He was with the Chiefs, and then he came to us
Absolutely.
like in 2019, 2020. And D was the first water snob that I ever met. And this dude he had cases of Voss water delivered to his locker, and then he would only drink Voss water during practice. And so he had a trainer come to his locker and fill up water bottles with Voss water, and so he would have that during like a training camp practice. Absolutely hilarious.
That's hilarious.
I was like, what are you doing?
That was always the bougie one.
Yeah, that
you
was-
would see
that
growing
was always the
up.
bougie
You're
one
like,
growing
ooh,
up.
Voss water.
But
Yes,
then, so
1000%.
this past weekend, me and Claire staying down in Saratoga.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, Saratoga, same thing. Saratoga, same thing.
I was
Santa
gonna say,
Barbara.
y'all went all the way to Florida.
No, some guys did. I did not. I stayed close. But we were in
Santa
Santa Barbara,
Barbara.
and this place we were staying at only serves. It's called Halstein, and it's from Austria. I'll send you a photo of
You
it.
gotta try it.
It literally tastes like the water that Bobby Boucher drinks in Waterboy out of like the little blue bag from Alaska. Like when I had the first glass, me and Claire cheers, took
Oh,
a
you just
sip.
looked at each
we were
other?
like, what? And so I already am on a subscription. I'm getting 12 bottles sent to my house once a month minimum. And then I sent it to like Bosa's already on it now. And I think I got our wide receiver Ricky Parasol's on it. Cause I was like, dude, this stuff is.
Y'all done brought Ricky into the snob group, huh?
Well, dude, so he brings a bottle of Mountain Valley with him every single day. Ricky
Oh,
does.
wow.
Yeah, every day he brings
Okay.
Mountain Valley with him, drinks it. And I'm just like, this is. I appreciate the fact that we have some water snobs on our team. It's
That's
hilarious.
a good young fella.
It is.
I love that. I love that. So in my room, when I go into a hotel room on the road, which you can imagine how many different hotels we're in and out of, they have 6 of these bottles sitting on the table for me when we arrive. That's a thing. Now,
It's awesome.
however, we could be in a hotel room for 14 hours, 12 hours, and we're out like that, and we're gone. So the likelihood of me getting through all 6 in that time period is slim.
Yeah.
For me personally, when I leave a hotel room, I cannot leave waters. Like, I just cannot Like if there's 2 full bottles of waters left, if there's 4, they're in my suitcase. There's 2 in my suitcase because it fit over there. It's 1 in my carry-on bag. It's one. I'll take a Four Seasons or wherever hotel we're in bag and stock. Like I cannot leave waters because when I was a kid, to get a bottled water in our house, like we didn't have much, and so to even have bottles of water, we must have a little extra money when we did have some bottles of water. But like if you left it sitting there and the whole bottle of water wasn't drank, like my mom would go nuts. So when all my boys come to my house now, I got crazy videos on my phone. Like I send them a video to my boy, like, yo, you left this water sitting here and it's like filled up to here.
Yeah, like half drank water.
You can't, I may leave a watch sitting. I cannot leave waters behind.
I respect the hell out of that.
I'll call Eric House and like, I left my watch in the room, but I got 4 waters that I didn't forget.
Yeah.
No, that's in your bag.
Like, so, you know, water is it's a very interesting thing for me, but I'm grateful to have this conversation because it's a lonely world out there when you don't know the other snobs, man.
Dude, I want you to rank, like, give me like your top 3 best waters that you can have. So like, for me, like number 1 would be, as a kid, hot summer day, you turn that hose on.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you get that ice cold hose water.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
Nothing better.
Different.
Absolutely.
And then when I wake up from a night out of drinking, when you wake up like at 4 a.m. and your breath is just hot, dry mouth, and you just chug a full bottle of water.
It's usually my water bottle because he didn't bring one
That's
upstairs.
True. But like that water hits so good, man.
I'll give you my top 3. Number 1 is at the Civitan Recreation Center. They have the little water fountain, and it's the one that you go and you push in, and when you get really lucky, the little machine turn on, and then you know it's really cold when the machine turn on.
Yes.
So you come out of the gym, you hit, and then I stop for a second, like, let me let it get a little cooler because the machine's going now, and that's number 1.
That's phenomenal.
Number 2. I have to agree with you on this one. The water hose. Growing up, I grew up in the Midwest like yourself. Growing up in the Midwest, the summers are hot and muggy, and like you're burning. So you're outside, you hit the water hose. I absolutely love that one.
That stuff is so good. All right, I think that might be enough water, but that was one of the funniest things. I enjoyed that.
That's fun.
That's all we have for you, Draymond. I just want to say thanks so much for coming on. We had an absolute pleasure talking to you. It was fantastic. We'll come up there at the Chase Center and come watch a game because I always thoroughly enjoy it. But again, just thank you so much for coming on, man. You're an absolute, you're a blast.
I appreciate y'all having me. Thank you. Always appreciate y'all presence at Chase Center. It's always well felt. So looking forward to that. And I'm not certain if I'm supposed to say this publicly, but we've never gotten up before, and y'all seem like y'all be a blast to get up with, so we should get one time and just do it. Like let's do that.
I love that.
Dude, you're in our holiday bar right now.
Yes.
Like Claire takes a room every year and she makes it a holiday bar. So this whole room we're in is just, it looks like
it's like a Christmas speakeasy.
It looks like the North Pole, and it's insane in here. So this is where Claire drinks whenever we have guests to come to games. It's a good time.
We'll do that.
Let's do it.
that.
I would love to drink some beers and tequila with you.
Invitation accepted.
I'll see you in Cabo. I'll see you in Cabo. We'll golf and we'll drink.
Yes, let's do it.
And tell your wife hi and best of luck with the newest baby.
Thank you so much. I will definitely tell her that. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. Okay, now we're going to play my favorite segment called Game Ball, where we're going to read off superlatives, and whoever we feel that it resonates most with is going to grab the game ball. So let's see if we agree.
You are my game ball.
Okay, thanks.
Who started playing Christmas music earlier?
Me.
Hear me out.
In general?
Hear me out. In general, I think Claire has that win over the course of our relationship because I used to be kind of a Scrooge when it came to Christmas. I was a Scrooge in the way that I didn't believe that Christmas music or Christmas trees or anything should be set up until after Thanksgiving, let alone
no decorating.
Like nothing until December 1st. I was like, Christmas doesn't exist until December 1st. Now, just get it going because it's great vibes. Football's stressful.
Now he realizes how quickly the season goes.
So
and you know what?
fast.
He's not here to stop me putting them up anyway.
I'm not.
So they're going up.
And what am I going to say anyways?
And he's
Take them
gonna
down?
enjoy them.
No, absolutely not.
Who's more likely to go back and coach football or basketball?
Oh,
I think either of us would just probably coach our kids.
my dream is to
Yeah.
coach an absolutely outrageously talented group of 5th graders. And we're going to run the ball. We're going to run gap scheme, outside zone, play action, and bootlegs until the team across from us quits. And I can't wait. I'm going to establish dominance and a physical nature into every kid that I coach. And I cannot wait for it.
When you go back to Iowa, who's rowdier on game day?
Oh, you.
It's kind of what
1,000%.
my dad had season tickets to Iowa football games whenever we moved back. So like from the age of basically like 7 years old until I went to college, I went to every Iowa football game at home. And so I'm used to tailgating, understanding the vibe. I haven't been to a college football game though in a minute. I miss it. It's been several years. So hopefully next year on our bye, Iowa's playing somewhere and I can go because I would thoroughly
Yeah, it
enjoy
hasn't lined up on his bye week for multiple years now.
No, I was actually disappointed. This year we had our 10-year anniversary of the Rose Bowl reunion. And so like 75% of my team from 2015 all was in there for one of the games. And I was not able to go because I was working, but it looked like a great time. All my college buddies were FaceTiming me and called me throughout the entire night. I was like, gosh, you guys. Next time though. Hopefully I'm there in 10 more years. Deanie says hi.
Who is the better gift wrapper?
And Deanie even said Claire.
Me.
Yeah.
And Deanie agrees. We actually just wrapped some presents last night. And
She
we
taught
were
me how
doing
to do
a whole
it.
little tutorial, but he got really good at the end.
Yeah, I wrapped 3 presents all by well, the first one Claire did almost all of it for me.
Any
but
good pointers I gave you?
fold, very sharp creased lines, fold tape.
Yes.
Be efficient with your
He was
taping.
not wanting to use a lot of tape. I'm like, you can tape it here, won't move, you can tape it here, otherwise it's gonna get all bubbly.
I'm gonna wrap you
It
tape
needs
for
to be
Christmas.
crispy.
It was. She said crisp like 4 times.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, crisp, nice, tight edges.
Yep.
Got it. Understood.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Kittle Things.
Presented by T-Mobile.